Reinforcing Jamaica's occupational safety and health framework, labor market information system to be strengthened, and government to improve systems to support persons with disabilities and those with special needs. Just some of the top priorities for the Ministry of Labour and Social Security in the 2015-2016 fiscal year, as outlined in the Portfolio Minister's sectoral presentation to Parliament. In this fiscal year, the Labour Ministry will be pushing ahead with plans to pass the Occupational Safety and Health Bill. To complement that effort, a workers' passport will be introduced in the construction industry by September 2015. It will prove that employees on work sites participated in a 5-hour training program in occupational safety and health.
These passports will be the warranty that the workers are competent and equipped to operate safely on work sites. They will also indicate that these workers are competitive in an economy capable of operating at the highest standards in the international labour market.
And as government seeks to identify labour trends so that individuals can know which jobs are in demand, one aspect of the Labour Market Information System, LMIS, will be expanded in June of this year, specifically the Labour Market Intelligence and Skills Bank component.
This component will enable the Ministry to provide services to the public through web pages dedicated solely to labour market intelligence, education and training, career development, and the maintenance of an employer and investor skills bank.
Since the launch of the job placement component of the LMIS in 2013, the number of persons registered in the database now stands at a little over 360.
With 291 persons already placed in employment locally via this medium.
The Ministry will also seek to increase the number of individuals on its overseas employment program. To meet the demand, local training institutions are being encouraged to beef up the training of highly skilled workers so they can take advantage of the program. Up to February 2015, 13,854 Jamaicans were employed to the Overseas Employment Program. During the fiscal year, the Labour Market Reform Commission will also continue its research, and in the next 2 years, it will make recommendations to government on how to increase productivity levels. In the 2015-2016 fiscal year, the Ministry of Labour and Social Security will be doing everything possible to ensure that the National Insurance Fund remains solvent. A Cabinet committee is reviewing the recommendations of the actuaries who completed their study on the NIF.
Once this committee has completed its work, its findings will be forwarded to the Cabinet for a decision to be made on the level of contribution and benefit rates that will be required to ensure the continued viability of the National Investment Fund.
The current assets of the fund stands at $71.2 billion, 5% more than the balance in March last year. However, there's a gap between contributions to the National Insurance Scheme and what's paid out in benefits. Improving the lives of the disabled community is also high on the agenda for the government in this fiscal year. Following the passage of the Disabilities Act 2014, the goal now is to establish the Jamaica Council for Persons with Disabilities into a corporate body,
which will encompass a disabilities rights tribunal to reinforce and promote recognition and acceptance within Jamaica of the principle that a person with a disability has the same fundamental rights as any other person.
The early stimulation program will also be expanded to cater to students with special needs in the western end of the island. The program of advancement through health and education path will increase its allocations to beneficiaries in the 2015-2016 fiscal year. $100 million has been set aside for tertiary bursaries, $70 million for post-secondary grants, up from $59 million, and $72 million has been set aside to offer transportation allowances to PATH students. The National Council for Senior Citizens will also continue to support members with its increased budget of $79 million. The Ministry of Labour and Social Security, embarking on a number of programs to improve the lives of Jamaicans, reforming the labour market, taking steps to increase productivity, and implementing a number of measures to protect the most vulnerable.